Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to this whiskey review where today we're going to be concluding our Highland Park Travel Retail series, and we're going to be ending it on the new expression for travel retail, which is the 18-year-old Viking Pride, and it's bottled at 46%, and that's pretty much what we know about it. Now, in terms of this one, it is an 18-year-old whiskey. It's bottled at 46%, being slightly higher than the regular domestic market release at 43%. I'll leave them on screen here so you can see the difference also in the packaging. So the domestic market one is in a transparent glass bottle, and the travel retail edition is in a black tinted bottle, so you can distinguish between the two. Now, one 43, the other one 46%. Now, in terms of this one's actual maturation, I can smell the aroma from even there, but the actual maturation for this one is primarily matured in sherry-seasoned European oak casks. So you're getting a lot more of that sort of classic style of Highland Park. Now, in terms of the distillery, it's the Highland Park Distillery. They are owned by the parent company, the Edrington Group, and they are located on the Orkney Islands of Scotland. Now, the price point, many people are going to say to me, Jason, we want to know the price, and because this is going to be very interesting. It's currently priced in global travel retail at £115 here in the UK. So our duty frees have it for around about that price. Now, if you look at the regular 18, it's already creeping up to around about £108 here in the UK. So it's almost very similar in terms of price points. Now, in terms of exclusivity, yes, it is exclusive as a travel retail product, but the main difference between the domestic and the travel retail is that extra 3%. So we'll see, we'll evaluate the whiskey and see if that 3% does play a difference. So into the nose. Wow, starting things on the nose for this Highland Park 18 Travel Retail Edition. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot of layers to this whiskey. Lots of character, and one thing I will recommend straight off the bat, give this a few minutes in the glass and it will start to open up tenfold. You get these dark dried fruits, these raisins, these figs, these plums, dates, and after that you're then picking out this citrus character just waving in the background. To me, it's almost like, the way I like to describe it, it's like you take an orange peel if you're making an old fashioned and you just sort of torch or use char the outside, and it brings out that extract of those orange oils to the surface, bringing a much more nicer but slightly toasted orangey character. There is a slight nutty presence. I was thinking almonds, but maybe walnuts, oily walnuts in a bit of dark chocolate, cranberries. Again, I'm thinking straight away cranberries wrapped in dark chocolate, which you can buy sometimes in your health shops. And there is a note just on the end of this one that reminds me of those really dark cherries, but it reminds me of a Black Forest Gatto, where you're getting that creamy character accompanying this cherry character, and even those chocolate sprinkles all over it. This is fantastic. This has got a really complex nose to it. And I will be comparing this one to the regular 18 at the end of the video. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the palate. Slanger. Arrival onto the palate for this Highland Park 18, you're greeted with a nice, rich, full in texture, silky, viscous mouthfeel. It's almost actually like a syrupy texture, where you get quite a nice development from this one. But flavor profile wise, you're getting these dark chocolate cherries. You work yourself now next into these spices, and they're mouth warming spices, sweet clove, little hints of nutmeg, and then you go into these darker fruits, and they've just been sitting there waiting to be explored. You're getting these figs, sticky dates, prunes, raisins. They just keep going on and on and on. And once they're finished, you get a soft whisper smoke, which just is so gentle. And it makes way then for this nice appley character. Maybe red apples and a little touch of salted caramel on the side, where you get that little bit of fresh sea salt, as if you've just been making your own salted caramel, fresh sea salt, and then you get that sweetness just adding and finishing it off on the end with a slight finesse to it. Superb stuff. Let's get into the finish. So, into the finish for this whiskey. I'm going to pop this down over here. The finish for this one's nice and long. You're getting a little bit of black licorice, where you're getting a little bit of that bitter character, but at the same time a bit of sweetness. And then you get these dark dried fruits really carrying back over from the palate now, and you're getting that sort of figs and raisins. A little bit of dates as well coming into the mix, where they're really holding themselves well. A slight bit of candied ginger, where it really activates itself on the sides of the palate, which is making it quite interesting. And there's so many layers of this whiskey just waiting to be unfolded. Now, in terms of my rating, I'm going to give this one over here a 93 out of 100. If you have missed my video into the 18-year-old, I'll leave it in the top corner. But this one's got a very nice balance. It's got a very good structure about this whiskey. It's got all these layers, which is complexity in my opinion. And the only thing that really pulls it down is the price at being around about 115. If it was around about £100, I'd just say, snap this one up very quickly. But even for its price in travel retail versus the other travel retail expressions, this one for me just offers me something that I really enjoy. And I know the regular 18 is also at that above 100, but this one just trumps it a little bit more, and it just got so much character, which you can't miss out on. I just wish this was a domestic market release. I could pick one up. So next time I'm traveling, I'm definitely going to be picking up one of these. Value for money, again, I wish it was just a little bit cheaper, under that £100 marker. But then again, all Highland Parks are now sort of going up to 100 in terms of the 18-year-old expressions. Does this one need water, time? How does it fare out on that side? Definitely give this some time, let it breathe in the glass, and you will start to see a lot more of these layers sort of just opening up to you. So that's my rating. If you guys have enjoyed the video, by all means, feel free to drop it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to stay up to date with some more whiskey reviews from me, JasonWhiskyWise, Mr. Bananas, and we'll catch you for the next video. Slaja.